zum Einsatz, der zwar aus Belgien kommt, aber ganz in der Nähe wohnt. Dazu gleich mehr. Erstmal sein Einlauf, Dimitri van den Bergh.
Each other on a fantastic day.
Well, that's a fantastic visit from today, and that means that you are likely to meet one of the big boys in round one. I mean, it could have been tougher tests for both of the players, but Durant was handed an early tie against Jamie Lewis, a third round match against Joe Cullen, and a last 16 tie against Mensur Suljovic. It's not like they haven't had to take out the top players en route, it's just they've had to do it in a different order.
In titles, he's won 9 majors in the BDO, 39 titles in all. It is a skill, it is a habit. Oh,
174. Gets 2. Game needs shot. Only 1. Very, very classy. Staying there for double 18. And game does that, and does it. Many said that he couldn't cut it in the PDC, but...
Shepherd. A reminder that straight after this match, we will have that live draw for you up on the main stage. So stay with us, but this could be fun. Hopefully the darts match is just as entertaining as the walk-on. And the commentary will be as well, no doubt. Pip Shepherd getting involved. Chris Mason and John Rawling to commentate on the dancing. No wasted on darts anyway.
Well, we need to contribute to this, Chris. You're going to have to do the draw shortly. I'll expect similar moves.
Not from me, JR.
Hey, fair play.
Ő 76-nál rendszeresen a 48-at dobja, 28-ra kerekítés miatt. És nézzük most, megvan a bull! Két nyíl a 16-os dupla.
Ó, így szépen megcsinálta. Az gyönyörű volt, 2-2.
Nagyon.
Folytatódott közben a Hughes-Price meccs, és most már csak egy leg hátrányban Price 6-5. És a bull, milyen pont bele a közepébe, 3-2-re vezet fel.
Not going to wear going forward. He's chosen a nice shade of blue and black. And new walk-on song as well. Maybe new beginnings in the PDC. What a response from Van den Bergh to someone like Dimitri. Because he'll gobble you up.
And he is only 3 legs in, but he has missed darts in the 2 that he lost. Pro Tour title as well.
European Championship as well. Culmination event. But it's been a long time since he won a Euro Tour title. And I'm not being bitter. Bill did that to Gary Mawson once to win 10-0. Well, someone's finding that 60 all of a sudden.
Yeah, this is a little bit. I'm just seeing Nico Bloom getting incredible support and winning his first game in the Euro.
Yeah, Josh Payne was his opponent.
Right.
That was in Zob.
He got himself to blame for not having a healthy lead early on, which could have entirely changed the course of this contest. Dimitri's pins double 4 after splitting the 10, and it's a
on the low side.
129's a tricky one, so Adrian would half expect a return.
Might go double here. Yep, it's a perfect lie as well. Bang! What a shot that is! Oh boy! That's why they go double on that shot.
And once described in the tabloids as the Mario Balotelli of darts, and he must be thinking, why always me? And now Bergh looking to apply more pressure. Capital P. Well, he made the 129 look simple. 68 should be a piece of cake. Double 2. Dimitri finds it and finds himself 2 in.
Real tiff for double 2 at the minute. He just can't hit it. But Dimitri Bergh can't for a 3-1 lead.
Well, what's happening here?
He did a.
Is he silencing the crowd, or is he silencing Adrian? What's happening? Dimitri
I don't know.
put 2 in the treble 20. Offered up silence, please, because I want to place another one in there. Now you can cheer. Now you can make some noise.
Well, a bit audacious that, wasn't it?
It was, but I tell you what, despite all the drama and whatever else is going on in there, the darts are of the highest quality.
He knows that Dimitri can hit this. That's why he went double. And he should have hit the second one. He didn't, and Dimitri's pinged the 161. As if this game wasn't exciting enough. Should get at least one shot at the ball to close out what's been a dramatic first game.
Quiet start to the evening session, and Bergh does go at an 11 darts. He beats Adrian Lewis 6-3, but
it was the worst leg of darts we've seen on the European Tour, possibly ever. It was a 26 darter.
25.
And has had 4 attempts to do so over the last, 5 years pretty much. The other one is this barrier to the final session of action on the Euro Tour, because he's never broken it. Couldn't do much today against Michael van Gerwen in the opening game.
I know that feeling.
Now there's Dimitri.
max amount of Dimitri. That's 2 in this leg.
7, which he was teasing us with the possibility in the previous leg. Oh, well.
Unfair. 110.
If it doesn't.
Fourth dart you're on about here.
Double 14 is pinned, and that is 6-zip. The Dream Maker as his dream.
Wegen diesem Luftzug. Man hat es schon ein bisschen an seiner Gestik gesehen, so von links nach rechts, so es zieht Wind, und er sagt es auch jetzt nochmal. So, James Wade möchte nicht weiterspielen, wie es mir scheint. Bergh scheint das Ganze nicht ganz so sehr zu stören. Aber zeigt jetzt auch an, dass er damit einverstanden ist, dass man eine kurze Pause einlegen muss. Ja, die Spieler verlassen die Bühne, weil definitiv ein Luftzug da oben ist. Dimitri hat die Tabellenführung dann nach einer Niederlage gegen Menzo Suljovic abgegeben. Vergangene Woche dann ein 6:6 gegen Peter Wright. Jetzt sind die 85. Schon eine schwere Aufgabe. 70 Rest, 20. Bullseye. Macht er. Holt sich das Rebreak und geht wieder in Führung. Das erkennt auch James Wade an. Average liegt bei 105 Punkten beim Dreammaker. ist on fire. Nicht zu viel erzwingen. Geduldig sein ist das richtige Stichwort. Am Wochenende in Leverkusen beispielsweise, Achtung, 140. Doppel 10. Der spielt 94 Rest. In dieser Phase jetzt keine guten Darts und jetzt zeigt er wieder an. Da spielen beide wirklich sehr, sehr gute Darts. 140 hat Van den Bergh schon gecheckt. Bullseye. Und er checkt auch die 121. Wade nicht nehmen lassen. Den kann er benutzen als Marker. Macht er mehr oder weniger und holt sich zumindest diesen einen Punkt. Großartige Vorstellung von beiden.
Yeah, you see people with their residencies in Las Vegas, Britney Spears and Kanye West. Well, we've got Steve beating him. We wouldn't trade him for anything.
I think everybody's hoping that Dimitri can start to put some consistency together in the Pro Tour stuff. If only so we get to see him more on the Euro Tour last weekend, where they both averaged 102. It wasn't as if Jackpot didn't turn up. It was a great game of darts.
It was overshadowed, that game, really, with the tension that was involved. 3 bits of...
Dimitri require 110.
One treble required. Gets it. Double 16 now. Dimitri Van den Bergh, crucial. But this would level the game up for the first time since 1-all. He's got it. Back-to-back 15 darters.
That's huge pressure. Is Dimitri up to it? He's had a 64 that never looked in doubt. He could well need double 16 again if he gets the treble. Guarantee a bull shot? Yes. Bull. Wow! What a shot from Van den Bergh! And now it's all in the hands of the two-time reigning World Youth Champ.
Double 18 is pitched by Dimitri. He really could have been better.
But this is a meeting between the current world number 18, Stephen Bunting, and the current world number 29, Dimitri Van den Bergh. 8 to 15, 15 to 8 on to win this one. Bunting, the 6 to 4 outsider of the pair.
First maximum, and if Dimitri starts...
You require 124.
So he's looking at the bullseye, and he finds it as well.
Dimitri Van den Bergh on the bullseye just looks so confident going for those combination finishes. And that is 180 number 2. Looking at 65 Bunting. So this is a leg that Dimitri started with a 180.
147.
That is it. But maybe this year, making that first Pro Tour final in the Players' Championship Series, it might spark something. This might spark something because he's down to a finish on the Bunting throw. And defied an average in excess of 107 to beat Jamie Hughes in the second game of the day. An absolute stormer. 4 maximums.
You require 160.
To steal this game away from him. And it's not that Dimitri has gifted it to him, it's that Bunting has just wrestled it out his grasp as Dimitri looks at tops. And that is another moment of magic from the Dream Maker.
Last 16. He's making hard work of this. He's back on double 8. Oh, and Stephen Bunting does it the hard way. But Stephen Bunting keeps this incredible run going on day 2 here in Hilden.
Anyway, 20 for tops. I know that. Can Van den Bergh find the double? He's shuffled across, and that is a disastrous deflection. allowing.
I think I've seen a dart shirt that busy since Corey Cadby playing on the World Series, where there was all sorts of madness going on in that shirt.
80.
Sometime. Big deep breath. Seen that before from Dimmy. Oh, we've seen that before in this game from him. He is absolutely fuming. Dimitri van den Bergh is so angry and so... There's actually quite a bit to be impressed with.
There is. And it has got better as it's gone on.
108.
But it comes back.
So, the Dream Maker. It has been a waking nightmare for him at times, but he comes through unscathed. A 6-2 victory. It's a proper high-quality contest here, and Michael van Gerwen is not going to sleepwalk his way through this. That bit of aggression suggests that. Oh, see
9 score.
It'd be really funny in the last match if George Noble was to see 140 scored. But this is
30.
a very...
He loves averaging 112 and smashing people all over the board and saying, look, I'm the governor, pay attention. But he really doesn't mind. Easy, convinced. Played rubbish and I still won. They still can't beat me. Where's this come from? Where has this come from? This is a man who's averaging in the
141.
This would be the most unlikely 9-darter I think I've ever seen.
There's the one. Wheels are off.
7 score.
What is going on?
Gets another chance.
60.
Now he's got to be nice and high on this 20. Not that high. All right, just hit double 10 then.
40.
You can definitely see double 4 then. Gets it done. And MVG turns to Dimitri, and he knows that it wasn't his best performance, but
much consistency to get to that mean.
We can come back to that in a second, because I think that's a very good point you've made. But double 12 for Dimmy, and that is an excellent first leg to feed off their own adrenaline. There's nothing to feed on when you go to the sterile environments of Barnsley and Wigan.
Yeah, I think it's a bit different now with the introduction, and that is fantastic.
He went for a 25 on the last shot, but here, small 5. But it's 20 and tops to finish the afternoon session.
There's a 20. And there is the tops, and Dimitri van den Bergh does finish.
More proof that you can go deep in big events. And what has Cadby got on his head there?
I missed that.
Looks like half a set of pyjamas.
25.
Well, look, oh, there we go. Why not? Diamond leaves himself at a finish after 9. You can expect more of that over the course of this game. Last week in Austria, he beat Jamie Hughes 29. In a belter of a game, and he was not very far away at all.
There was one finish last week that impressed me more than anything else, and it was against Jamie Hughes to win the match. It was a 61. He hit the 25, he gambled on the computer, and someone needs to tell the computer to go up a level. We know he's got it in the locker, but sometimes Dimitri has those days where it just doesn't click, but maybe someone's just pressed that button. Well, it was Richardson, who is very happy right now.
Yeah, so he should be. His highest ever average on the European Tour. Superb stuff earlier on, 102.19 in beating Mervyn King. This is more like it from Dimitri van den Bergh. Shanghai.
86.
Dimitri is very good on the bullseye. Quite a big dart, and it didn't set in his fingers right there, so he wasn't afraid to take a step back, and there you go. That's why you do it, because if it doesn't feel right, just because I can. I believe that that is the first 180 of the match for Ian White. Could be the 4th for van den Bergh.
Well, he does have this in his locker, Dimitri van den Bergh, and he's left himself 80, so if there is a slip from the young Belgian, Ian is there to take advantage.
So many choices. He's going to go for double 18. Oh, done well.
That's clutch. 2 trebles, 2 big ones that is, will get him into position to strike maybe all of them. What a maximum that is, his 5th in the game. Ian White, a huge, huge lifeline that he clings onto. The finalist for the last 2 Euro Tour.
This 5 titles in 18 months. I mean, can you name many other players who've picked up 5 ranking titles in the last 18 months? I can't.
180.
Well,
36.
Ratajski has won the World Masters. It's not as if playing brilliantly on stages is alien to him, and we've seen him on the Euro Tour look really dangerous. But he just did not perform. He wasn't particularly good against Darren Webster, even though he won the game.
Webster said he was rubbish, didn't he?
Well, he did. And 24. He was kind of right.
Yeah, I'm not sure he'll be winning a development tour title anytime soon, anytime ever. Dimitri van den Bergh, of course, a dominant force on the development tour, but not playing there anymore, so he has to
180.
up his game on the floor, and has.
57 leaves Bull.
107.
Worries it, but does
Bergh to get to this final. It started with a 6-5 win against Joe Cullen, knocking out seeded opposition.
180.
Really is. Well, 1 ridden his luck, but 2 had the bottle to get over the line in those games.
180.
On a 4th match.
Which way now? Ratajski effectively has the advantage, having won the Bull contest at the start of this final.
180.
Van den Bergh could have been reciting the oohs and the ahs in his post-match interview again.
180.
Well, he's like double 4 in this final,
Game shot.
and he's gone there again. He might not have always.
Having been 4-2 and 6-4 up, he will feel he's thrown this away if he cannot get over the line, but it's another.
It's 1 dart for the match. To deny Dimitri's dream, and Christoph Ratajski racks up yet.
And the semi-final he lost was against the late Jose de Sousa as well.
Yes.
Anyway, Van den Bergh looking at 72 here, now looking at 56, and now looking at double 18.
Yeah, you show on the first leg, Dimitri Van.
Gets close. If this goes 10-11 legs, you just watch that hand. You just see if there's a little shake there. Dimitri would be very happy for this not to go close and make.
You require 68.
So 68. Various options. 6 for double 4 is on. 36 for 32 maybe. And he's gone for the more obvious one. Leaves himself double 16.
He's on the
Pins
third
it
leg,
for a 15
Dimitri
darts. Himself down, taking those big deep breaths.
Yeah.
And trying to suck in some air. Murmuring away to himself. Hello. Hello, Dimitri.
I was just going to say, you know, the benefits of mindfulness.
He's picked as one of the contenders for the Premier League, and he gave a decent account of himself. And he's going to leave tops here. Unless he busts it, hilariously. Okay, because he didn't want to have the danger of busting it in hilarious circumstances. But this double 16 for a 6-3 win, and that is a golden performance from the golden boy of Belgian darts.
They're having a little week off, but no, they're straight back on it, and they're determined all to have a good end to the year because they want to be back in the mix again next year for the World Series.
Well, this game has just caught fire. We have shots like double 19. If you keep missing it, you're just going to keep going for it, aren't you?
Yeah, when you keep missing the tops on a 56 or a 48 combination, you just keep going for it, don't you? You've hit it before and you're convinced that you can.
Those kinds of shots, if you can be sharp on those, you're going to go far, providing that your scoring ability is up there a little bit. You don't have to be a Dave Chisnell sometimes. If you can stick in a couple of 140s a leg and get those chances and take them out immediately.
Yeah, he composed himself really well. We know what it's like, Paul, when you hear that shout of the 180 from your opponent in any part of the match. It does make you think a little bit, but it didn't work on that occasion.
9.
But, yeah, it was a great performance, and he just ran out of steam in the semi-final. But overall, it was a fantastic turn for Daryl Gurney. But yeah, he would have been disappointed. It was an impressive game with Peter Wright. This game, It's a similar pattern to mine and Dimitri yesterday. One mistake, got the breaker throw, and Dimitri, like I was yesterday, looks like he's struggling to break the Peter Wright throw.
On 9,000, currently he's on 11,000. That will not be enough to get you to the European Championship. He is in Risa. He's edging very close to being
Peter Wright when you're throwing for the match. And Dimitri knows all he can do is try and find a maximum, which won't leave him a finish. Just hope for some errors from Peter Wright.
Oh, that just reeks of irony, that 180. It doesn't leave him a finish. And Peter Wright looks to close it out. And he does with a wonderful 13 darter. What a way to finish what was a topsy-turvy.
Dimitri requires 72.
This could be a pivotal exchange here, particularly if it's Adam Hunt who ends up winning this leg, but Vandenberg's made that less likely.
Game shown.
He's made it impossible now.
Simmer. 121.
11 segment for the ball. That's even better, double 14. Superb stuff to meet Vandenberg. 12 dart breaker throw, even Glenn Dunn is 5 out of 6 on the doubles in this match. Make that 6 out of 7. It is a 6-3 victory for the... I'll be talking you through the action in the opening game of the night. Alongside me is former world champion Mark Webster.
Big test coming up for the number 10 seed, Ricky Evans, and despite the difference in the seeding, this is very even.
As a little keepsake for some of his army of fans, no doubt, or both of them, I'm not sure. And unfortunately for Ricky, the dart was still attached. And I don't think he got it back, so runs together where he's having good tournaments back to back. But he could do with a little run. Dimitri's not really letting him have many opportunities. Double 8 for 2-0. There it is.
A bit of faith, Dimitri in Vienna the other week, and he was a tough man to break, so once he gets that breaker throw, he's so solid on his throw. We're a long way back for Ricky Evans, and with darts like that, it certainly will be.
Ricky Evans seeded number 10 by virtue of his performances over the last year, as Dimitri has now made it 4 maximums in. The pendulum has swung back in favour of the Belgian. He's moved into the top 32 in the world rankings for the first time this year. And it starts like this that could see him go herb on the doubles in this match. He gets 1 match dart, and that's all he needs, because that is world-class stuff from Ricky.
Yeah, I know what you mean about Taylor. He's a really difficult player to weigh up at times. I mean, September's been pretty good for him. You mentioned that run to the last 16 at the BDO World Trophy as Vandenberg rattles in the first 180 of the match. But he had that really boost and enhance his chances of European qualification. These 2 recent appearances, there was a second-round appearance in Austria and another one fairly recently as well, and that has made a big difference. There's no doubt about it. The former Pro Tour event, either this year or last. Dimitri Vandenberg in the money once again.
Dimitri, you require 68.
Gave himself the opportunity with that first dart, but couldn't follow it up with any of the following 2. And the chance here for Vandenberg to break back straight away for a 5-1 lead. And that's a very neat and tidy finish as well from the Belgian.
He's at double top to pin it, isn't he? If Dimitri can apply some pressure, put a good setup shot in here, and he's going to do that. And Scott Taylor has been a little bit dodgy on double top in this game. He has. And all of a sudden, Dimitri Vandenberg might start to feel a little bit concerned. Treble 20. To banish those fears and win the game on the ball. Fabulous check out from the Dreammaker. Holds off a fight back from Scott Taylor. Well, I believe that Jermaine Watermain will win.
Well, there we go.
Because I think you only have to look at the seeded players today. And every single one has won apart from Johnny Clayton. But I've now changed my mind. Dimitri Vandenberg will win.
Yeah, a couple of finals on the Pro Tour this year for Jermaine Watermain. 5 quarter-finals as well. He has been a fairly consistent threat on the Players' Champion.
You're wearing up there.
But it prevents the sweat, if there is any sweat, and let's face it, he's ice cool anyway.
from making its way through to the shirt itself. Maybe it's a barrier that he likes to put in there. Keep the shirt dry.
And look at his demeanour now. This is the thing with Jermaine, as Dimitri looks to fill it up, and does do so. It was on the plane with Watermainer walking away with the win, and he's done it by a 4-leg margin.
Yeah, Watermainer
5:3 in Führung und hatte auf der Doppel 18 seinen Matchstart. 6:3 am Ende für Chizzy, für den in der Weltrangliste ganz schön abgerutscht ist, die 55 nur noch der Welt ist und der so dringend mal einen Erfolg bei einem großen Turnier gebrauchen könnte, um sich auch da in der Weltrangliste wieder nach oben zu spielen. Van den Bergh checkt zum 3:2 bei diesem 100 der letzten beiden Jahre. Kommt ja aus Belgien und dieses 160er-Finish von Thornton brachte den Schotten so richtig.
Die jetzt noch gespielt werden. Der ist gut. Muss ein bisschen zur Seite, hat Angst, dass er wieder raus, nach links abrutscht. So kann man starten. Klasse.
Ist bei ihm deutlich besser. Und jetzt steht er schon bei einer 4:3 Führung. Van den Bergh mit dem Versuch, 106 Punkte zu checken. Und das war ein wichtiges Finish für die letzte Distanz ging. Wir sind also im Entscheidungsleck und das ist der Matchstart für Robert Thornton auf der Doppel 16. Und er holt sich den Sieg. 5:4 Erfolg, also 30 der Welt. Und er hatte das Match gegen Suzuki schon im Griff. Suzuki kam zu langsam rein, hatte vom Scoring her einfach nicht genug Kraft und nicht genug Power, um Van den Bergh da mehr unter Druck zu setzen. Und der checkt hier über die Doppel 9 zum 4:1 das Ding zuzumachen. 62 Punkte Rest hier im 6. Leg. Das ist die 10 für 52 Rests. Das soll eigentlich die einfache 20 sein. Es war die Doppel 20 für die Doppel 6. So kannst du natürlich auch 52 Punkte checken. Also am Ende eine Möglichkeit, die Partie zuzumachen. Liegt hier 4:2 in Führung, hat den Matchstart auf der Doppel 20 und machte das 5:2 perfekt.
James Richardson in the last 32. That's a good dart. Double 15. That's a good leg. 14 dart. Hold a throw. Put something better on the board. The days of black and white telly, the last time you'd have qualified for a World Youth Championship, I think.
And Betamax videos, yes, we've all been there. Well, Dimitri's been there before. Commentator. Sorry, Steve, we love you, really. From Dimitri, he's just trying to G himself up. That's his second maximum. So he's giving himself a great chance to break.
Where Dimitri is at the moment with his game. Brilliant. Good performance from Stephen Bunting for Dimitri.
Az egészen elképesztő összecsapásról.
De Van den Berghnek ez az 5. világbajnoksága. 180! Előtte viszont legyőzte Buntingot az első fordulóban, Jan Dekkert a másodikban és Mensur Suljovićot a harmadikban. Az gyönyörű, szépen a bullal megdobja.
Nem nagyon. És mellette még azt is lehet mondani, hogy egy jó sportteljesítményt látnak a hölgytől, mert ezt azért szögezzük le, hogy ez így van.
180 közben, és bizony továbbra is brutál egymás ellen. Abban is biztos vagyok, hogy Anglia majdnem minden pubjában, kocsmájában ezt a mérkőzést nézték. 180!
Ez nagyon
65-100. Természetesen jön a tripla. És a dupla is 3-0 egy pillanat alatt lesz. Nem, egyszerűen nem tud rontani. Tényleg, mint a irány fölötti átlagon van Payne is. Tripla 20. Hát az természetesen sima dolog. És a dupla 8-at is bedobja elsőre. Rá koncentrál az előtt álló feladatra.
Így van. Dupla 18 a mérkőzésért nincs benne, dupla 9. Az sincs, de nagyon közel van. És bedobja a harmadik nyilat. És ezzel elviszi a mérkőzést. Rádobott a 101-re is, de azt nem talált el, és ott aztán Darren Webster sokkolt azokkal a kiszállókkal, 140, 100... De 14 darab 180 volt az előző meccsen. Ott szépen befűtöttek, de mégse hozták a szintet, de közül 128-ra bedobja Van den Bergh.
Be is kellett.
Gyönyörű, igen. Ott volt a nyakán már. Ó, na megjött a 180, az első Dimitri Van den Bergh. Teszi le magát 32-re Woodhouse, 79-re hátsó pályára megint esély Van den Berghnek. Egy nyila lehet a duplára. Dupla 20 az utolsó nyillal. Bedobja! 2-1-re vezet. És ő fog kezdeni. Fontos, hogy most milyen formát fog mutatni Ryan Searle. Ha abból merítkezik, amit Steve West ellen játszott, akkor lehet esélye. És közben Dimitri Van den Bergh egy... Megvan a tripla Van den Berghnek, a 12 és jön a dupla 20. Bedobja! 112-es kiszállóval indít. Dimitri fel lett ajánlva a tábla, amin nyert az első meccs után jótékonysági célra. Úgyhogy nézzük 120-ra. Na, dupla 20, egy újabb 100 fölötti Van den Berghtől. Bedobja!
Vezet 1-0-ra.
Igen, nem érti, tökéletes kör.
Moszk.
Na, és jön a válasz.
Jön! 180! 80 a maradék.
Így van.
Oh,
jó, ott van egy 180. Ez a 7. a meccsen. Van den Bergh visszadobja a 180-at. Ez már a 9.
180.
110-re. Nincs meg a tripla, kell egy sima. De tripla, bocsánat, és így meg, nagyon jön most. Most meg a meccsért dobhat Van den Bergh. Ez a meccsben maradás volt, nagyon feszült hozzátartozók, és most nézzük Van den Berghet.
Megvan a tripla!
2 nyila, 32-re a továbbjutásért!
Ki kell állni!
Bedobja! Elképesztő. Hát igen. The Woodhouse sajnáló
körrel. Dobja a tripla,
bizony dobja. Majdnem megint egy nagy kiszálló. Most Van den Bergh viszont 2 triplával hozhatna egy szép kanyart, és akkor 5 is van a 2 tripla, jön a harmadik. 180! Kiszállón van. De ettől függetlenül még abszolút változhat a játék képe, ez még csak az első szett volt. Mint ahogy be is kezd most Dimitri Van den Bergh egy 180. Louise-nál, hát nagyon le is van maradva. Úgyhogy rögtön egy Van den Bergh.
Ott megvan a tripla és a dupla 16.
Az be is dobja egy újabb 100 fölötti.
Hát most kell az extra.
18 az mondjuk érdekes, de hát ha szereti a dupla 9-et. Hát Louise.
Bedobja is a bull 167-ről.
Ez nagy. Igen, 123-ra Dimitri Van den Berghnek. Rádob. És rádobott. Kiszállóra.
Jó, lehet ez Van den Berghnek is. 180! Azt a mindenit!
76 pontja van.
Kérdés, hogy dobhat-e rá?
Igen. Bedobja a triplát, két nyila, bedobja a dupla nyolcat is elsőre. Megdob egy ilyen kiszállót. A 123-as kezdés, a 113-nál is extra volt.
Szép,
177-tel Van den Bergh dob. Itt nagyon könnyen megszerezheti ezt a leget Dimitri Van den Bergh. És bedobja a 98-ra a kiszálló. Hát ebből 3-3 lesz, ha ez így folytatódik, főleg így. Jaj, de jó dob most a belga. 180!
Az igen!
Fordulat ebben a meccsben. Van den Bergh meg nyomást kapott a 76-ra. Ki kell szállnia. Megoldja, dupla 8. Bedobja! 3-3!
Van den Bergh hogy kezd? 180!
A 10. a meccsen. Az nagyon messze, dupla 2-re levált, az húha, dupla 1, az utolsó nyilván bedobja! Azt a mindenit bedobál egyeket. Most 138 pontja van, de nem egy kényelmes kiszáll, az 2 triplás. Van den Bergh viszont most nagyon lejöhet, ott a 2 tripla, és bedobja a 186! Kulcspiel. És Van den Berghnek az a szerencséje, hogy ő kezd, egy körrel többje van, és meg is dobja az első triplát.
A második
még egyet! Bum, de gyönyörű, lerakja 40-re magát, 3 meccs nyila lesz biztosan. Louis meg már kapaszkodhat, de lehet, hogy hát ez hihetetlen, hogy most jön neki. És ő is megdobja a 174-et. 16-ra leteszi magát.
Van den Bergh kezében. Van den Bergh kezében van a
elég lesz egy 6 körös ahhoz, hogy bejusson a legjobb 8-ba. Elég bizony! Bedobja a dupla 20-at.
Tavaly a negyed döntőben Nathan Espinal Brandon Dolent verte meg 5-1-re egy közel 100-as átlaggal. No?
180!
41 a maradék.
És ebből így break lehet Van den Berghtől.
A bevonuló zené.
Bull.
Na most a bull.
És breaker Van den Bergh. 2-0-ra vett.
Vazatot még. Labanauskas rajongók is azért megírhatnák, hogy hogy ki az.
180!
Aki szerint Labanauskas lesz majd a
világ. Nagyon-nagyon nekiáll azért ez a leg, főleg így. Ó, még az is belefér. 180! Eléggé jól állunk 180. Csak hogy letegye magát kiszállóra.
Igen, közben.
84 pont. Megvan a tripla 16. Meg a dupla 18 is.
Szép.
Több 180 van, mint ahány leg eddig. Hoppá! 180!
Ontják! Pedig ugye Dimitri Van den Berghnek.
Ő kezdte a harmadik szettet. 180-nal még hozzá! A 10.
32%-kal kiszállózik. Dimitri Van den Bergh pedig 42%-kal.
180!
Ott a maradék. Teljesen egyforma szinte, mondjuk annyi a különbség, hogy sima szektorokkal is kiszállóra tud kerekíteni. De ez viszont így nagyon jó, dupla 20. Az nagyon fölötte, még mindig dupla 20, bedobja!
Kiszáll Van den Bergh. 2-0-ra. Az nagyon jó most Van den Berghtől. 180! Ezzel ugyan nincsen, de 180 van. A 13. a mérkőzésem.
Nagyon jó, tripla 19. Az is jó! És egy felhozó bull nem sikerül. 180 dobi. Ez nagyon érdekes lett volna.
Kiszáll Van den Bergh, 122 maradt.
Jön Van den Bergh is. Jön bizony a belga. 180! Most megvan az első nyíl a tripla 20 a másodikkal is. 180!
Hogy építkezik föntről lefelé. Az utolsó már benne volt a triplába. Van den Bergh. 120.
Az előny így már Van den Berghnél, főleg akkor, hogyha tudja triplákkal terhelni Espinelt.
Megint 120-as. 41 a maradék.
79-es. Az jó, dupla 11-re 2 nyíl. És kiegyenlít! És most szakad belőle valami. Mert ez nagy előny hátsó pályán. Ebben a szettben ugye 2 break volt. 180! Teljesen kiszámít.
Most ez nagyon-nagyon fontos. Sima 20-as és a dupla 20. Dupla 20.
Bedobja! 2-1, és most már veri a mellét Van den Bergh. Uha! Ezzel még nem fogják szeretni, hogy csendre inti az angol közönséget.
Ami ugye...
Hát ez hihetetlen. 180! 18-as. És
megdobja! 4-3!
4-3-ra feljön Dimitri Van den Bergh, az utolsó szünet következik.
Nem látom, hogy Espinel hajlandó lenne megnyugodni.
180!
20-as megy 20-as, tovább megy 20-asra.
És a dupla 18.
Be is dobja! Azonnal egy break. 60 vagy 86-ja volt.
Igen, bocsánat. Dupla 18.
Megint bedobja!
2-0-ra vezet Dimitri Van den Bergh.
Az egy 3-as.
Meg még egy!
26 csak a dobás.
Az most jó. Az is jó. 180! Kiszállón. Első meccs nyíl, benne is van. 5-3-ra nyert Nathan Espinel, és azok után, hogy tavaly bejutott életében először a PDC Darts VB elődöntőjébe, úgy megteszi egy évvel később.